And here's something a little different from Auto Expo 2023. This is all about the technology that goes into your cars, future tech that you can expect. And of course, it's all homegrown and made in India. We're in conversation with Rohan Verma, CEO and founder of MapmyIndia. Rohan, great to be talking with you. And Mappls is an app that I have grown to use, and I find that it works extremely well. In fact, a lot of interesting things about it. Why don't you talk us through it?
Sure, thanks Renuka. Yeah, with Mappls app, which works for free on Android, iOS, Android Auto, and CarPlay, and also goes built into OEM systems, there are a lot of things that we're doing to make the road safe for you. For example, when you're driving, if you coming up to a flyover, we tell you in 3D with something we call junction view, whether to avoid the flyover or to climb it. Any such complex intersection, this 3D view, junction view, makes it easy for you to kind of navigate. Or we've made addresses and locations simple. So for example, even if you had to come to a particular stall on a particular floor in the Auto Expo, we give a 6-character digital address code called Mapples PIN.
Absolutely. I've been using it all day because to find our way around the halls, and it works to the dot to the entrance. So I can vouch for it.
That's right. And also you can remotely connect Mapple's gadgets like GPS trackers, dash cameras, which give you the live video of what the road ahead or the inside of the cabin. So you can remotely monitor where your car is and the health and safety of the occupants or the car, etc. So such kinds of things, but also navigation, what is important from a safety point of view is we tell you where the speed breakers or potholes ahead are, so that you can avoid that. And we've seen a lot of accidents, unfortunately. If people had that information, then they could be alert while driving, or overspeeding alerts. What that means is typically cars today just give a generic overspeeding at, let's say, 80 kilometers per hour. But we know every road has different speeds. So we tell you this road is 30 kilometers per hour and you're going at 48 kilometers per hour. This is kind of how it looks in the navigation.
And how would you get the alerts? Say there was a speed break or a pothole coming up, how would those alerts show up to you?
So MapmyIndia's secret sauce of how we've built over our digital maps, what we call this 4-dimensional, meaning updated in near real-time 3D high-definition map, is we've driven and continue to drive millions of kilometers of roads through and collect that data in real time, GPS information, video information. We process that in real time to keep updating the digital maps. So through our AI models, analytics models, we can determine where the speed breakers are, potholes are, sharp curves are, accident prone zones are, so that you as a user, when you're navigating, you get that information in advance.
And would they show up in 3D or?
It shows up in 3D as well, and that's kind of what maybe here, what you can see is the whole 3D metaverse map. So this is Golf Course Road in Gurgaon, for example. So it's a much richer, much more immersive map that Mappls offers you versus the foreign alternatives.
Absolutely. And you are also doing a lot with VR
Yeah.
can we take a look at some of
Sure,
those?
absolutely. So exactly, maybe if we start with here. So what we're talking about is this Indiaverse, the metaverse for the real world, or the next generation of 3D maps. So for example, you want to see all the beautiful parts of India. Let's say the Basilica of Bom Jesus in Goa. Then all you got to do is click on this in Mappls and click on 360 degree, and you see the 360 degree view, and you can walk around. So this is kind of virtual. You can also see that in 3D. So it'll start loading up, and you can see how the place looks like in 3D.
So potentially when we were locked down at home in COVID, we could have taken a holiday via Mappls.
You could spend a lot of things. We could do things like we'll show you the photograph or the 3D landmark, and then you can guess where it is. So yeah, a lot of games one can play basis this, and a lot of virtual travel. And similarly, if you see here, you'll see the full 3D metaverse map of, let's say, Golf Course Road. So this kind of immersive map is kind of a great fun experience. I'd love to show you some more stuff on VR. Can we show this? Okay, good. So like I said, maybe you want to try this now.
Okay, so I'm going to hand the mic to you. You speak, and
Yeah.
I will.
So Renuka, what you're seeing, can you start playing it? So this is a VR experience of driving in Leh Ladakh. So you'll
Oh my
start
gosh,
seeing.
this is really amazing.
So you feel like the car is coming towards you, and you can turn your head around
Yeah,
completely.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can fully, you can see the
gosh, I can
backside.
see the view.
Yeah, and we're casting what you're seeing on this. So
Yeah.
so we're imagining a scenario where you're sitting at home or you're sitting in the backseat of your car, and somebody is. If you look down, you'll see a bike.
Oh
You're
yeah,
actually bike.
yeah.
You're actually
I'm
riding.
biking. Okay, that's why I missed that truck. Yeah. But this is pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like really like driving through wherever you're going.
Real world VR. That's why we call it real view.
That is
So,
amazing. That is really
yeah.
amazing. I almost went
Yeah,
into a truck.
And so what this is we're trying to show you the high definition maps. So here you can actually simulate driving on a real world road. So of course we've seen a lot of video games,
Yeah.
but these are video games of real roads. And as you can see, manually I'm a horrendous driver. But what this does is it allows the automotive OEMs
Yeah.
or even you as driver, as a consumer, to see how good you are or your car is on particular road conditions. And so OEMs can use it to improve the dynamics of their vehicles,
Yeah.
and consumers can use it, or training schools can use it to improve
Make
their
sure
driving.
that people don't do something like that.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then we can show you the drone view of this place. So you can turn around
Oh, that's interesting.
and kind of see, or you can drive around, or
So
fly around.
so this is Mahindra's training ground.
That's
Yes, MSPT.
So here what we are doing is enabling vehicle OEMs to plan autonomous or ADAS level 2 plus, level 3 plus driving, where the car is a simulated model, and the road is a high definition map. So the car is using our high definition map to stay in the center of the road by seeing how far the guardrails are.
Okay.
And in this, we can set different speeds, let's say cruise control, and you can start seeing whether the car will start zigzagging or maintain a center of gravity, etc. I mean, you're the expert
Yeah.
on driving, so
So you would basically have their software integrated with yours, and then it
Yes.
would actually simulate
That's
what
right.
the ADAS system will do in the real world.
Yes, and what's interesting is, like I said, we've been capturing real world data for across the country. So this is not a theoretical drive cycle. This is actually, you can drive in the streets of Delhi or Bangalore or Goa or Ladakh and see how the car will behave even before the car is manufactured.
So simulation for manufacturers so that they can actually perfect and fine tune their systems.
That's absolutely right.
That is amazing.
So what we're showing here, something interesting, is for two-wheelers.
Okay.
You see this Navisor, we call it.
Yes.
It's a smart helmet kit. It's like a HUD for heads-up display for your two-wheeler helmet.
Wow.
Now there are LED lights in this on this helmet visor. When you use Mappls app and you pair this Navisor gadget of ours, it starts giving you red indicators on either the left or right to tell you when to turn. So it's a turn indicator for yourself. You don't have to look at the phone to know when to turn.
So a lot safer because you just don't have to take your eyes off the road, especially when you're on a two-wheeler.
That's
To look at anything, it's all just there.
That's absolutely right. Then this is what we call car eye. It's a dash camera, has camera on the back side and the front side. Using this through the Mappls app, you can get a live in-cabin view and a live road front view. So video streamed along with the GPS information, so you can see whether the driver is sleepy, drunk, or if it was not the driver's fault at all, it was another car's or the pedestrian's fault.
So yeah, in case of any mishap, everything
mishap,
is
insurance claim, for police case, for theft of car. It's real video, CCTV for your.
so even when your car is parked, the dash cam would actually show you if someone broke into your car and
That's
drove it
right,
away.
That's right.
You'd know who
That's
it was.
right. And then to round off Mappls gadgets, we have GPS trackers for electric vehicles or for IC vehicles, for two-wheelers. And then we have these infotainment connected systems. We call it iSnav, which comes built in with Android operating system and MapmyIndia's software, and also Android Auto and CarPlay. So this range of Mappls gadgets, we believe, is kind of a must-have for consumers or vehicle owners for their cars, two-wheelers, trucks, buses.
And as I can see, there's a lot more that's coming in the future. A lot of virtual stuff that will actually translate into reality in the future. So it's pretty amazing. I mean, technology is just advancing in leaps and bounds, and it's pretty amazing to see. So thank you for having walked us around your stall and showing us all of this. And I'm sure you viewers will also enjoy this interesting walk around of the Map My India stall, where you can see what future technology is also going to be in your cars.